Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Market Forecast. Today, we are settling the biggest debate in investing, technical analysis versus fundamental analysis, which one is right, which one wins, and which one you should follow. So, let's get started. So, what is a fundamental analysis? So, fundamental analysis is looking at a company's business growth, company's PE ratio, company's management, their profit margin, their products, their customer, and everything about the company. Fundamental analysis is a report card of the company. On the other hand, technical analysis is a price action. It is including chart and pattern. It is totally purely simple supply and demand. It is a battle between buyer and seller. So there are a buyer and seller. They are trying to buy and sell at a certain price, and it is forming a candle. So the question is here, which one should you pick? Fundamental or technical? Let's find out in this video. Here, I can give you an example. Let's suppose I don't know you, I never met you, and one day I am going to tell you that you are going to run 1 mile, right? On the paper, medical report looks good, you are healthy, you are 100% capable of running 1 mile, you don't have any lungs problem, you have a good blood pressure, you are healthy, you don't have any injuries. But when you start running 1 mile, the first couple 100 meters, it went well. After 200, 300, 400, 500 meters, you are breathing heavily and you're not going to go further more. So on the paper, everything looks good. But when I give you the task to run a 1 mile, you are not going to finish. So do I look at the fundamental or do I trust what is actually happening right there? Same thing happen in stock market. For example, company XYZ has a very good financial report, good earning, good PE ratio. Their management is strong. They're releasing new product. Their profit margin is very good. But when you place a trade and you hoping that will go up, some reason it's not going up because now you know the actual thing because it was weakened at the technical level. So I hope you understand the example. Now another thing you need to understand that what drives technical. Now let's go deeper. Lots of people are misunderstanding that what creates technical patterns in the first place. So the question was who is actually making a chart move? So here is an example. The biggest mover of any stock, it's called smart money. Now, a smart money is like fund managers, money manager, hedge funds, mutual funds, people who are trading heavily, like a million and billions dollars every single day. Those are the people and those are the funds are actually the bigger mover in any stocks. So what they do before they invest? So they study the fundamental for the stock deeply. They have their entire research team dedicated to analyze companies' earning report, their future plans, their product, customer, consumer, and the market shares. So they spend months to build their view on whether the company is undervalued or overvalued. Once they build their view, they start building position. They are start buying. Once they buy, once they start buying, the price started to move and the price movement shows up in chart. So another way to say, when you follow technical, you are following fundamental knowingly or unknowingly. I wanted to give you a real example of this market. Uh, 3 years ago, a stock called Carvana, it was trading somewhere around 300 to 320 range. Suddenly, it started dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, and it went to $4. Now, in the paper, Carvana was very strong company. It has a good profit margin. They are in the car business. They are doing really good. But why the stock dropping from 300 to $4? Because the smart money knows there is something happening that retail traders like you and me are not even know. So after that, the stock for barely so after that the stock was trading around $4 to $10 range for like 6 or 8 months, and then they started rallying up. Now on the paper, everything was looking bad because it went from $300 to $400, but somehow it started picked up after $10 and it went to $400. It has a biggest rally, $10 to 400 within like a year or two. So on the paper at that time, the stock was around $10. Everything was bad. But after that, it started rallying up. But if you look at the fundamental, it was tell you this is a bad company because it went from 300 to $4. So again, the same question. How does we know the stocks like Caravana is going up? In simple way to say that just follow the smart money. When they buy, you buy. So technical analysis is doesn't just keep up with fundamental analysis, it leads them. Now the question is which one should you follow? Whether you follow fundamental or technical. So fundamental analysis, if you are an investor or long-term trader, you should consider like, oh, I'm watching the company's record, their performances and histories and all, and then I place my trade. That's good. But before you buy, make sure you check the chart and see some signal that tells you this is a very strong movement for this stock to buy at this point. If your fundamental research and your technical analysis are aligned together, then this is the high confidence trade. The same way, if your fundamental research tell you something else and technical is tell you something else, make sure before making any trade, you understand why these two are different. And most of the time, technical will wins because as an individual trader, you might not know the fundamental research you have is enough or not. Somebody has 100 people sitting like there for them to work to understand for the companies, like what are they going to make, their customers. Because if your fundamental tell you something and your technical analysis tell you something, trust the chart because chart will wins all the time. There is nothing more than price. Price is a supreme. So if you want to learn about technical analysis, chart patterns, I am going to make a video tutorial for each in the next couple videos. So you guys please follow, share, subscribe, and let me know if you have any other questions. So if you see this video helps you to see a market differently, please like, share, subscribe because you don't know what's coming next. So thank you.